good, y'all? Mikey T, the movie star. I am back for a news exclusive. I appreciate everybody watching this video on demand or live today. For everybody watching, I want y'all to follow me on social media, Mikey T _ the movie star. You can find that right in the description. Everybody who follows me based on this video, I will be following you guys back. I like to stay in tune with all of my followers, man. Appreciate everybody out there who's been keeping in tune with the movement for the last few years, really for the last decade on. We have a news brief to talk about today. We've actually got several news topics to speak on. The first is going to have to be the major story going around about what happened at DaBaby's crib the other night. DaBaby is always seemingly getting involved with situations. Some he beats in court, others keep him hemmed up for quite some time. We all know about the way he came onto the scene with the whole incident that happened at Walmart. We got to talk about this situation with DaBaby. That's pretty crazy. Apparently it happened at the football field at his house. Also, we got to touch on some record sales. That's right, some record sales have come in, or some preliminary record sales for the likes of Coi Leray, Fabio Foreign, EST, and 42 Doug, who put out a project together, the CMG boys. So we have a few record sales to touch on today, and then we've also got to speak on our main event, Drake seemingly taking shots at Pusha T after their long rivalry was extinguished by Jay Prince. And now Drizzy's back, working with Jake Harlow, who's one of the biggest names in the industry right now. And a lot of the fans are saying that Drake's lyrics were actually going at Pusha T. You know what I mean? And the fact that he actually mentioned Daytona, the fact that he actually called out the middleman, you know what I mean? He's calling a middleman out in the circumstance. Pusha T's history has been put in question by the likes of Drake and all them. So now calling him a middleman, that's actually taking another shot. Y'all know the term middleman. But I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Like I said, you guys can follow me on social media, and I will follow you back. I like to stay in tune with all of y'all. It's Mikey T _ the movie star. For everybody watching this, I'll put it right in the description. Or if you're watching this live, I'll put it right in the chat, man. Like I said, everybody who follows me back, I got y'all with that follow back exclusive. Instagram, you'll hear a lot about what I'm doing, man. You'll see a lot of upcoming interviews, man, before you see it here on YouTube. So let's get into the first topic, which is the situation that happened with DaBaby. The situation that happened with DaBaby is pretty crazy, y'all. So when I got onto the net today and I saw that academics actually had a few postings up about it, I had to come on here and speak about it because, DaBaby has been caught up in quite a few different circumstances. Like I said a little bit earlier, some of them he comes out on top of. You know what I mean? DaBaby is not playing. He's got his business in correct form. The way he moves, I respect the way he moves personally. He moves like a proper celebrity. Some of the shit that he says, it's a little bit outlandish. It has cost him a few fans. Some of the things that we've seen go viral about him on the internet has cost him a few fans, but he has so many fans that he will never be in the position that he was before when he was out in South by Southwest doing the what was it, the Big Baby Jesus character that he was doing and trying to put that out to the world. DaBaby is never going to find himself in a position like that where he is in need of more fans. DaBaby commands a lot of attention. So some breaking news came out. Shooting at DaBaby's residence. Around 7:45 p.m. this evening, a call came from Iredell County 911 reporting that a subject had been shot on the property of rapper DaBaby. The shooting reportedly occurred near the football field on the property. Initial reports indicate that the subject who was shot had trespassed onto the property. Trotman Fire Rescue, Iredell County EMS, and Trotman Police responded to the scene. Iredell County EMS has transported the one patient from the scene to an area trauma center with what sources on the scene described as non life-threatening wound, as a non-life-threatening wound to the lower extremity. Sources tell us that it was a very tense 911 call, as the telecommunicators were instructing the caller to secure his weapon before the responders arrived, and that he refused, stating that there could be more intruders. At this point, they obviously didn't know what the situation was. They didn't know if it was multiple people. They didn't know if it was, a one-person incident. You can't really tell if it's going to be something that it's like a fan coming up, paparazzi, or if it's just a enemy from the past. You really don't know in these situations. So area residents describe the property as a compound surrounded by fences and walls. Identities of the shooter and the victim have not been released at this time. It is still a very active scene that we are closely monitoring, and will bring you more information as it becomes available. Academics actually posted a bit of an update on his page to this, where he said, breaking, Trotman, Channel 9 has just confirmed that the person shot at the baby's property was not a guest or resident of the area. The police chief believes the person scaled the fence to get on the property. The latest developments on tonight at Channel 9 at 5:30 p.m. So yeah, that kind of puts the baby in the clear of the situation. The fact that the person that was in the football field, his area, not a resident of the community, not somebody that was actually there visiting him, so that actually puts him in a better position, knowing the different laws that come with people trespassing onto your property. The baby's people, as you could hear, judging by the tense call, they like to stay, prepared. They like to stay prepared in situations like this. We've seen other situations where artists who are not as developed as the baby, they don't have the best security around them. The baby has been doing this for a number of years now, you guys, so he's going to have some really good security around him. Another topic I want to speak on today, you guys, is the situation with the record sales. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the record sales, y'all. I want to talk about the fact that Coi Leray, she has had a very big blowout, a very big layout for her album, trendsetter. A lot of these artists coming out, CMG, 42 Doug, he's had the attention of the internet community for some time, and now Fabio Foreign blowing up. You guys see the features that Fabio has. Fabio actually just made some statements saying that 6ix9ine is not the king of New York. Some sales projections have come in. Fabio Foreign's Bible, Bible album, is on pace to sell 29,000 first week, so he's going to do about 30,000, maybe a little bit more. 42 Doug and EST, Last Ones Left, is on pace to sell 26,000 first week, which is good for them because of the fact that they're really just building together a catalog. It's not like they're a duet group. Both artists are solo acts, so it really just adds to their catalog in the long run. 42 Doug is making such a name for himself right now that I think it's dope that he gave the rub to EST right there. It helps build CMG as a label as well. Plus, it's pretty dope that 42 Doug gave Steve Will Do It the 42 chain. Him popping up on all these different YouTube channels, it's only helping him grow as an artist. But the major album I want to talk about here is Coi Leray dropping her album Trendsetter. It had innovative artwork. It was different. They had my big homies on there, Gilly and Wallow. She did a lot of different things to try to appeal to different audiences. And now the projections are coming out with 11,000 records sold in a week. It really doesn't make that much sense to me. I find it to be a little bit underwhelming, the record sales here. I know the label has to feel that way. I mean, if you look at the facts, she just came out with a major single with Nicki Minaj. So I really feel like the sales should have been a little bit higher for Coi Leray. Seeing her do 11,000 first week, very underwhelming, man. Very underwhelming. Coi has a lot of dope records out there. She's had a lot of FaceTime as far as getting the opportunity to work and tour with Lil Durk. You know what I mean? That gave her a lot of FaceTime in front of different crowds. 21, or excuse me, not 21 Savage. Major salute to 21 Savage, but it was NLE Choppa. He actually commented on this. NLE Choppa sent out a comment in regard to this. NLE actually just had his album Me vs. Me drop after all the publicity, surrounding his beef with NBA Youngboy. He went up on For the Record with DJ Academics, but Me vs. Me ultimately ended up selling 21,700 copies in its first week. So NLE Choppa really wanted to make a statement about this and basically say that first week numbers aren't everything. NLE Choppa said first week numbers doesn't determine if an album is good or not. Literally says first week. I've yet to have an album that just goes crazy first week, but I'm sitting on 2 gold projects and another one working towards that. Fabio Foreign and at Coi Leray, y'all craft is beyond perfect. Wow, y'all craft is beyond perfect. Major shout out to NLE Choppa for those words to Coi and Fabio Foreign, because it's obvious Fabio and Coi are both in their bag. I thought the same about NLE Choppa. I had said it before his album dropped. I was like, yo, he's making his rounds. He's actually doing all of his interviews. He got on For the Record with Academics, and that's going to boost his sales. But you can't look at it like a first week type of thing. You really got to look at the overall. NLE Choppa's sitting on 2 gold albums with another one heading that way. So you got to keep your faith up. You got to keep your hope in this game. And more important than all that, what goes along with all that is you got to keep your work ethic there to support that. You got to keep your work ethic strong. So let's talk about the main event, you guys. And just a reminder, if you're not following me on social media, make sure you do right now. It's Mikey T _ the movie star. If you're watching this live, it's pinned up right now. And if you're watching this on demand, just hit that link in the description. Come follow me. I will follow you back. But let's talk about the main event, you guys. Let's talk about the main event. It's kind of crazy that Drake is responding to Pusha T at this point. I had thought that they put everything behind them. It's speculated at this point that Drake has responded, but some of the lines that he used on this new, apparently it's on a new Jack Harlow record that was leaked. I don't know why Drake would go at Pusha T on a Jack Harlow record, but it's not totally out of the norm. When Drake went in to record Stay Scheming with Rick Ross and French Montana, he actually took shots at Common. So Jay Prince was actually one of the dudes who came in and he made the OG call to Drake to have him end the situation with Pusha T by not responding. So at that point, I thought it was all over. You know what I mean? When Jay Prince stepped in and told Drake this situation is over. Kind of like when Jay Prince stepped up when Drake was going at it with Meek Mill. Even though Meek Mill really came out on top. Even though Drake really came out on top of that thing at the end. You know what I'm saying? Even though Drake really came out on top of the Meek Mill situation, they pulled back. You know what I mean? In this whole situation with Drake and Pusha T, Drake pulled back, and it's been quite some time. But now some lyrics have dropped, and I guess it's on everybody to determine if these are subs. If these are subs or flat out disses, man, because he actually mentions Daytona. Drake actually mentions Daytona in the verse, and that was one of the last albums put out by Pusha T. So let's go over these lyrics. Drake actually said, "My urges for revenge are uncontrollable. I know we're getting older though, but I gotta get him back for that. It's non-negotiable. It's not even debatable. All I hear is plug talk coming from the middleman. All I hear is tall tales coming from the little men. If I see ya, I spit in your face. I chew. Daytonas with the green faces." So he actually mentioned Pusha T in a couple different aspects in those bars. Pusha T has always had the drug rap, you know what I mean? A lot of people talk about that when it comes to Pusha T, and this is something that he's been called out from. Now Drake is here. All I hear is plug talk coming from a middleman. All I hear is plug talk coming from middlemen. Coming from the middleman. Yeah, middleman, not middlemen. All I hear is tall tales coming from little men. Yeah, so Drake seemingly wants to go back at Pusha T on this record. I don't know why he would want to do that. Pusha T is actually gearing up for another album himself. You know what I mean? Pusha T actually just had the big feature with Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So, in all honesty, I'm not sure if Drake wants to go there, but maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe this is actually just really timed out perfectly to the point where Pusha has a new record with Jay and Drake is coming out with this new record with Jake Harlow. You know what I mean? Maybe it's perfectly positioned. You know what I mean? Drake is a master calculator when it comes to this shit. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I wanted to give y'all a quick video news update on everything going on, my perspective on it. Drake coming back at Pusha T after Jay Prince did everything he could to put this to rest. You know what I mean? Look what Pusha T did to Drake. He forever changed Drake in all of our eyes. You know what I mean? At this point, it is Daddy Drake. You know what I mean? He is baby daddy Drake at this point. You know, it's Father Drake at this point. It's not Champagne Poppy so much as more Drake. Pusha T forever changed Drake in a lot of our eyes, y'all. Drake has embraced it, though. It's respectable. Now, this point right here, I mean, Drake trying to call out Pusha T for being a middleman. We're going to have to see what Pusha T says about that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Coi Leray, Fabio Foreign, EST, 42 Doug continue on with their career and make sure to push those albums. You know what I'm saying? We got some hot topics here, guys. We got some hot topics, and I hope everything is all right for the baby, man. I hope everything continues to go all right for the baby. You know, he seems like he has a smart team behind him. You know, what else can I say about that? You know, the baby just keeps getting caught up in situations, but a lot of times he's not the one who is wrong. You know, he's just the one with the biggest name in the situations, so that's why it's coming up. But I appreciate you all for tapping in with me today, man. Hit that link in the description. Follow me on the gram. It's Mikey T _ the movie star. Like I said, everybody who follows me is going to get the immediate follow back. I hope you enjoyed me talking about all these topics today, man. A little something different for y'all. Major salute, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.